So it's about that time again. Your boy's mental health is at an all-time low, and there's only one thing we can do when things get this bad. Make music. Hell no, boy, I don't do that no more. Just kidding. Nah, gang, we gonna watch some wholesome slice-of-life anime. That's what we gonna do. Now, usually when things get this bad, I just rewatch High School Girl, but considering that I've watched it 4 times already, I think this time I was thinking about watching something completely new. As you can tell by the title, I stumbled upon More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. I already heard of this show before. Don't ask why. That's not important. And I've been seeing clips of it pop up on my TikTok, so the time was damn near perfect for this. But that's enough intro, gang. Let's talk about it. But before that, as always, hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more anime analysis and review videos just like this. I've done a bunch of these. So, no, we do this right here. We start off with the story. I'm not gonna lie. Even with this show being pretty unconventional compared to the stuff that I normally watch, I can admit that I love the story in this. This is the first time I've watched anything like this, any like rom-com type anime. Our story follows our main character, Jiro, who's enrolled in this school that's doing this marriage simulation where they have a partner and they earn these points to get a good grade. Jiro wants to get partnered up with his childhood friend, Shiori. He ends up getting partnered up with the popular girl in school named Araki, who's basically his polar opposite. Shiori ends up getting paired up with the popular boy in school named Minami. Since Araki wants to be paired up with Minami and Jiro wants to get paired up with Shiori, they decide to fake it until they make it and they reach the A rank amongst the couple so they can actually switch partners, because that's the privilege that you get once you reach the A rank. That's the basic overview of the story, and I'm pretty sure you see where this is going, right? I really enjoy watching Jiro and Araki grow closer throughout this whole process. It started off just as you think it would, like very dysfunctional, communication just simply wasn't there. But over time, they make that whole fake marriage thing start to look more and more real as time went on. Jiro and Araki end up being super compatible since they're so different. Jiro is like a really nerdy and timid dude with very good intentions, and Araki is a loud, confident, and very playful type. It was very fun to watch their dynamic play out. It'll be moments where Araki will be like dead ass about something. My nigga Jiro would not fold, simply because she's already tricked him into getting worked up over shit several times and he don't want to fall for that again. But in Araki's case, to put it in the simple words of the GOAT J. Cole, all good jokes contain true shit. Araki was dead ass a lot of those times. She was just very confused about what she was feeling. And her and Jiro kind of kept up this front that this was all for the point with the intention of switching partners. And it kind of ended up hindering and hurting them both in the end. They also both believe rumors that were spread about one another as well, but I like how they actually talked about that and hashed that out. That was actually pretty cool. I like how they handled it though. Jiro had a backbone too. He wasn't just a pushover. He actually like got mad a couple times and he was tired of her shit. This show gave me some super wholesome ass moments that I was looking for too. Those small moments are so pure. Like when Araki was scared of the spider and she didn't want Jiro to leave her side throughout the house. When Jiro started calling her by her first name. Even the little first kiss they had was cool, and it was funny too, cause Shorty like fell to her knees like Jiro just like laid pipe. I was like, damn, Jiro was just a kiss, dude, relax. Even moments like when Araki got stood up at the firework festival. She had Jiro tied a bow like he wanted to initially. Like it was just little moments like that that I really was looking for, and it really provided. One thing that I really appreciate in this show is this visual storytelling through Jiro's little handheld game that he's always playing. It's so cool how the game gives some hints and how it like tells the story right in front of us. I think my favorite use of this was when they had him make a decision between the princesses, because he had to make a decision in real life. At the end, it was perfect too, because I was really trying to figure out what happened after Shiori and Araki's race. It showed them Araki and Jiro living together, but it showed the main character on the game ended up with both princesses. So in the end, my nigga Jiro ended up getting both of them. That's what I'm talking about, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about, gang. Now, I'm definitely not gonna ignore the elephant in the room. Gang, whoever made this show freaky as hell. So you got your normal shit, normal horny shit, right? But there's a few moments where I looked up at the screen from looking up at my phone, and I read the subtitles and I was like, did I miss something, gang? Like y'all heard Sexy Love by Neo. She make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Just one touch and I erupt like a volcano and shower her with my love. You so freaky ass. You make me say, ooh. Like, those type of innuendos type shit. Like, I just want to warn people that I was gonna give this a watch. They on some freaky shit in this show sometimes. Overall though, the story is really great. It hit all the beats that I wanted it to, so there's really no complaints here. They handled the story phenomenally well. It was my first experience with a rom-com, and it was like really good. Now let's move on to the characters and the character interactions. They actually handled their characters phenomenally well, especially considering the fact that this show is really centered around a few relationships. I genuinely love all the characters in the show, and I do mean all. Mainly because no one has like ill will besides that one hating ass nigga that wanted to give it Arika. But let's run through a few of them. Jiro is so relatable, gang. He pretty much took the best route available in the situation. If you think about it, all Jiro did was match energy and play his role until his feelings didn't allow him to just play his role. He also isn't super oblivious like a lot of anime MCs. He was genuinely put in some pretty confusing ass situations. He also knew how to put his foot down and not fall for Arika's bullshit. And he let his feelings out in moderation bit by bit through these like small phrases, like when he told Arika that he finally wanted to contribute since he feels like she carried them to a lot of their points. He really played this situation damn near perfect. Like, my fault, gangster. I wasn't really familiar with your game like that, so my fault. Arika's a great character too. I wasn't familiar with her game either. It was some chess moves on both sides of this war, gang. It was some chess moves. Like when she told him to meet her at the beach and she had the special swimsuit on, she definitely moved up in the draft lottery after that one, folks, because she played it. She played the role for it. That was a good card to play right there. I actually like how quick she cut the like being an asshole act too. Like it seemed like in the first couple episodes, like she was gonna be like a real like dickhead to Jiro, but by like the third episode, you actually seen her genuinely try to make the best of the situation and actually try to make her life and Jiro's life easier. She's really a sweet person at the core. She just plays too much sometimes, and that's cool. I really like Shiori. She's the voice of innocence in this show, and I'm glad she didn't just get thrown aside at the end of all of it. Well, I like how realistic they made her actions based on her personality. It took a fat ass minute to finally rip that bandage off. 11 episodes to be exact. And I don't have a problem with that because she's always been this shy girl that had to be influenced and motivated to even like make her move to begin with. I love her character though, and I really like how they handled her fate at the end of all this. This nigga Kamo funny as hell, G. He really like the funniest nigga in this show by far. He just be tweaking hard as hell. That little Yu-Gi-Oh thing he did outside of the gym was a highlight of the show. He really hit the... Bro, when he was hating on Jiro for getting the hose for this nigga talking about, he was about to kiss this nigga talking about, I'm about to overwrite your save file. Like, dude, you can get your weird ass on someone, boy. What's wrong with your ass, boy? He is definitely like the comedy MVP of the show. Like, most of the times when I laugh, it's because that nigga's on the screen. I think there's a bit of an underrated one, but Araki's friends are actually really cool. I thought they were gonna be like the you dating that nigga type, but like, nah, they actually support the hell out of her. And that's really cool in my opinion. They crack jokes and shit, but that's normal. They genuinely have her best interests in mind, and I love to see that, because genuinely, like, sometimes characters are just really nasty to each other in fictional media. So it's nice to see the switch of a pace right there. Tenjin didn't really show much personality until the end of the show, but I really appreciated when he did. He's actually a pretty cool person at the core, and I really wish they explore him a bit more, because I'm still curious about, like, what his deal is. The character writing in this show is executed very well. Good job to all the authors and the voice actors and voice work on these characters to make them feel like alive and bring these characters to life. Y'all did a really good job. Now let's move on to looks, presentation, and music. The show looks pretty good. It's a rom-com, so I'm not expecting like Mappa, Ufotable level animation. And they definitely animated the horny, if that's what you're wondering. So this show looks pretty good overall. The music in this show is actually really good. It's not a lot of times why you aren't like serenaded by beautiful ass piano music. The ending song is fire. There's a couple good ass songs that play like at these like important moments in a couple episodes that are like amazing. I definitely added all three of those to the Arigato playlist. I didn't like the intro that much. This show nails it in the visual and audio department 1000%. So shout out to everyone that worked on the visual and audio components of this show. Overall, More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers made me smile again. I know it's a title, I know it's corny, but go with it. I was looking for something that wasn't too emotionally heavy that would help with my depression. And not only did this deliver that happiness that I desired, it also opened my eyes to a romantic comedy genre that I've always avoided. If rom-coms are usually written as well, I 1000% will be looking more into them. This definitely isn't for everyone. I wouldn't recommend this to an action junkie, but if you're down and you need a comfort show, this can definitely do it for you. Check it out, gang. It's well worth the risk. But that's all for me, man. As always, man, have a great day. Love y'all, man. Peace.